Tuesday. They say the pair took part in multiple operations on behalf of the Chinese government, including paying informants, spying on military bases, and trying to recruit U.S. troops to spy on America.
The FBI just arrested 2 Chinese nationals running a sophisticated spy operation targeting U.S. military bases and service members, including a Happy Valley, Oregon resident who was working directly for China's Ministry of State Security. Yuan Su Chen allegedly took photos of Navy recruits, arranged tours of the USS Abraham Lincoln, and coordinated cash drops for Chinese intelligence while living as a legal permanent resident in our country. Here's the bigger picture. This comes as the Trump administration launches a massive crackdown on Chinese infiltration, including banning China from buying American farmland and investigating Chinese research for bio-smuggling.
Federal agents have charged 2 Chinese men living in the U.S. for what they call a brazen attempt to gather national security secrets on behalf of their home country. One of those suspects lives right here in Oregon.
What is up, guys? Tyson Dela Cruz here. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This story shows how China has been running a comprehensive infiltration campaign against America. From spying on our military to buying our farmland to stealing our agriculture research, Trump is finally fighting back on all fronts. Let me break down this Chinese spy operation. Yuan Su Chen, a legal permanent resident living in Mountain Nature Park in Happy Valley, Oregon, was recruited by Chinese Ministry of State Security in 2021 to gather intelligence on U.S. service members and military bases.
Happy Valley resident Yuan Su Chen allegedly received detailed instructions from Chinese intelligence, including how to recruit others and how to avoid detection.
The second suspect, Lin Ryan Lai, traveled from China to Houston on a tourist visa in April 2025, showing how China is using multiple entry methods to infiltrate our country. According to federal prosecutors, both men worked directly for China's Ministry of State Security, the country's primary intelligence agency. Here's how brazen this operation was. Chen visited a Navy recruitment center in San Gabriel, California, and took photos of a bulletin board containing the names, programs, and hometowns of Navy recruits. He was literally photographing American military personnel information for Chinese intelligence.
During a visit to a Navy recruitment center in San Gabriel, California, Chen is accused of taking photos of a bulletin board.
But it gets worse. Chen actually arranged a tour of the USS Abraham Lincoln in San Diego after connecting with Navy employees through social media. A 2025 photo included in the complaint shows Chen, his wife, and a Navy employee holding a child during that particular visit. This wasn't just intelligence gathering. This was a sophisticated financial operation. In 2022, while both men were in China, they arranged what's called a dead drop, leaving at least $10,000 of cash inside a locker in Livermore, California bowling alley for a U.S.-based co-conspirator.
JustSmart says that these 2 Chinese nationals were taking pictures of a naval base, coordinating a cash dead drop, and also trying to recruit members of our military who they thought might be open to working for Chinese intelligence.
The operation involves several U.S.-based individuals, including a woman identified as Chen's wife, who was caught on surveillance footage placing a backpack containing cash inside a locker. This shows how China was using family members and co-conspirators to run these particular operations. FBI Director Kash Patel said this: "The FBI will continue to vigilantly defend the homeland from China's pervasive attempts to infiltrate our borders. This is part of a much larger pattern of Chinese espionage operations. Since the start of 2025, the FBI has arrested 51 foreign intelligence agents for activities such as spying on the U.S., stealing classified information, and smuggling biological pathogens. That's over 1 arrest per week of foreign spies operating on American soil. The spy arrest comes as the Trump administration launches a comprehensive crackdown on Chinese infiltration, starting with banning foreign adversaries like China from buying American farmland. The Department of Agriculture announced a 7-step plan to safeguard national farm security.
The Department of Agriculture announcing a 7-step plan, safeguard national farm security. Step 1, ban foreign adversaries, China, from buying up American farmland.
Agriculture Secretary Brooke Rollins explains the national security threat.
American agriculture is not just about feeding our families, but about protecting our nation and standing up to foreign adversaries who are buying our farmland, stealing our research, and creating dangerous vulnerabilities in the very systems that sustain us.
Currently, China owns farmland in more than half of the country, spanning more than 275,000 acres. Ambassador Kip Tom from the American First Policy Institute explained why this matters.
They could be building along critical information infrastructure, along rail lines. There's so many things that they could do to really have an impact on our U.S. food system, but as well as collect our data.
The timing isn't coincidental. Chinese spies are gathering military information while China systematically buys American farmland and agriculture infrastructure. This is a coordinated campaign to infiltrate and compromise American national security. The Chinese infiltration goes beyond just buying farmland. They're also stealing our agriculture, research, and technology. Ambassador Tom revealed that there have been hundreds of FBI investigations into bio-smuggling, including the recent arrests of 3 researchers at the University of Michigan for agriculture terrorism.
Fighting agricultural terrorism, like the 3 arrests of those researchers at University of Michigan. There are 100 FBI investigations in recent years that have been opened into bio-smuggling.
This isn't just about farmland ownership. China is systematically targeting our entire agriculture supply chain. Ambassador Tom explained the vulnerability. We're buying our fertilizer from Russia, buying fertilizer from places that are our adversaries. Our crop care production and produce in China primarily. Think about the strategic implications. If China controls our fertilizer supply, our crop protection products, and owns significant farmland, they could cripple American food production during a conflict.
What happens if we have a conflict in the South China Sea? That shuts down now. Our food costs go up. Our productivity goes down maybe 50, 60%. It's devastating for our nation.
The Chinese-owned Smithfield Foods, the largest pork processor in America, represents exactly this kind of vulnerability. How did we allow a Chinese entity to control our largest pork processing facility? What we're seeing is a comprehensive Chinese infiltration campaign targeting multiple sectors of American society. Attorney General Pam Bondi explained the scope. This case underscores the Chinese government's sustained and aggressive effort to infiltrate our military and undermine our national security from within.
Now, if convicted, Chen and Lai each face up to 10 years in prison and fines of up to $250,000.
The Oregon spy case shows how China uses legal permanent residence and tourist visas to place intelligence operatives through our country. Chen lived in Oregon for years, building relationships and gaining access to military facilities while reporting back to Chinese intelligence. The farmland purchases, the bio-smuggling operations, and the military espionage are all part of the same strategy: systematically compromise American national security while building dependence that China can exploit during future conflicts. Ambassador Tom emphasized the solution. We need to bring those supply chains back home, build factories, build production in the United States, create good, high-paying jobs for Americans in rural economies and in urban areas. America, the arrests of these Chinese spies in Oregon represents just the tip of the iceberg in Chinese systematic infiltration campaign against our country. From military espionage to farmland purchases to bio-smuggling, China is waging a comprehensive campaign to compromise American national security. The fact that Yuan Su Chen lived as a legal permanent resident in Happy Valley while photographing Navy recruits and arranging tours of aircraft carriers shows how China exploits our immigration system to place intelligence operatives throughout our country. Trump's response is exactly what we need. Ban Chinese farmland purchases, investigate bio-smuggling operations, arrest Chinese spies, and bring agriculture supply chains back to America. This is a comprehensive pushback against a comprehensive infiltration. The 51 foreign intelligence agents arrested since 2025 began shows the scale of the spy problem that we're facing. When you're arresting more than one foreign spy a week, you have a massive counterintelligence crisis that requires serious action. China's strategy is clear: infiltrate our military, control our food supply, steal our research, and build dependencies that they can exploit. Trump's strategy is equally clear: stop infiltration, secure our supply chain, and put America first. I'll continue to track these Chinese infiltration operations and Trump's response. And remember, this is why we need leaders who understand that China is not our friend. They're a strategic competitor trying to undermine us from within. Let me know what you guys think about this. Drop it down in the comments section down below. Smash the like button if you kindly would. Share, subscribe, and as always, guys, I'll catch you on the next one.